What's up, everybody? Word of encouragement for today. If you want to do something in life, just go do it. You know, no matter how much you have it figured out, just go for it, you know? Those are my words of encouragement for today. And they are relevant because I feel like I got an okay handle on this live streaming stuff. The other night I did a stream like what I'm doing now. And after about an hour and a half, and I ended my stream, felt like I killed it, felt like I did a great job. Found out that I never hit go live on my OBS, so I wasn't recording at all. But hey, you know, it's a learning experience, right? I'm hoping my audio sounds decent on this. So, and that's kind of what's been hanging me up. Really, what's been hanging me up is my my From video. I'll pull that up. I've been working on a theory video for a show called From. As you can see, I've been kind of displaying a little bit of my artwork and shit. But yeah, this has taken me a while. It's a pretty hefty video. But you know, I kind of wanted to start the channel out with a bang, you know, something good. I've been having a lot of fun editing this video, so yeah, it'll be awesome. But yeah, my audio, I have this old audio box, right? This little interface box that I had bought back in 2017. I was making music and stuff around that time. Went into a music store center, bought like a nice compressor mic, which I still have, which I'm using right now. Excuse me. I bought an interface. It's a PreSonus audio box, which I think are like discontinued now. So all of my audio that I've been trying to figure out, all of the problems that I've had are because I've got old equipment. So, you know, I was going to try to work with it. Right now, what's funny is I bought this kind of shitty mic. I mean, it works all right. Off of Amazon. Just this random mic that came with like a little desk stand. And when I started learning OBS, for some reason, and I've tried hard to figure this out, but it won't let me use just one microphone, if that makes sense. Like, it won't dual the audio. Like, it'll just be in one head. Like, you know, if you were wearing headphones, it'd be like on your right side or your left side, depending on which jack I plug my microphone into. And I've tried to split the audio to both sides, but it won't let me. So right now I'm using two microphones right now. Shout out to Real Enigmas and Theories. He let me on his stream. Well, I kind of just popped in. He dropped the link in the chat, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on there. But yeah, shout out to Real Enigmas and Theories, man. That guy's awesome. Yeah, and I felt the reason I brought that up is because I felt bad hopping on his stream and then re-watching it later. Like, dude, my audio fucking sucks, dude. Like, and I moved all of my equipment out to my garage. That way I had a little more space to do my live streaming and my YouTube stuff. Because I do want to take this serious. But yeah, I was laughing about it because it started raining in the middle of his stream. So I kept like pausing it, but then I'd turn it on whenever I wanted to talk, and like you could hear the rain. I felt so bad. But anyway, yeah, so Real Enigmas, if you see this, I apologize for that. I didn't mean to show up on your stream with some shitty audio, but you know, I love your channel. I love all your live streams. I watch all your videos, and I wanted to hop on there and talk to you, man. So, you know, hopefully you'll forgive me. But yeah, I just went and, you know, said fuck it and ordered a bunch of audio equipment. Tried to get the best audio equipment I could for the money that I have right now, which I think I ended up with some good stuff. I spent quite a bit of money. But what did I end up getting? Let's see. I'm gonna go and see. Maybe I'll make this a little bit of a tech review video. I'll do this live stream, and then when I get my nice audio equipment, I will compare and contrast and see how much better my system is afterwards. It just seemed fitting to do that, to, just bite the bullet and buy some nice audio equipment, because I got a pretty good, I feel like, I don't know, you guys can be the judge, but I feel like I got a pretty good template set up here. I got it set up in 1080p. I got a decent PC that can run OBS in 1080p. Got decent internet, thank the Lord, But yeah, so I was like, man, I can't have a nice looking stream and then just have this shitty audio. So yeah, I ended up getting, let's see, what did I get? I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this to come through. Oh, that's not, oh, wait, where is it? How do I get to my orders? It should be here Friday. And that's kind of another part of this stream is I wanted to get on here and apologize to the 0 followers that I have that actually watch these live streams. But, my plan was to cover Rick and Morty Season 9, and I was going to do a live stream every Tuesday. But I've been hung up on this From video here. Been trying to get this out just to have a place in the From community, and also among other things, shouting out my favorite YouTubers right now. But yeah, let me see. What do I got? What did I get? I'm trying to figure out where my orders are. And for some reason it's not, oh, there it is. It's not popping it up, but I figured, why isn't it having me log in again? Okay, there we go. So, as for, oh, what the hell? It's not showing me all of it. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit. Why? Ooh, that's why. Okay. I might have to go back and I think I ordered my microphone twice. Well, they had the with built-in preamp. We'll see when it gets here. If I need to, I can send it back. But they had this microphone. It's a pretty popular microphone, a dynamic mic. I'm sure if anyone watches this, they'll probably be shaking their fist at me that I got this mic. But I figured it was the safest bet to go with. It's the Shure SM7DB. I've heard it's a great mic. I was watching some videos. They were talking about how the original mic, the Shure SM7B, was it's super popular, right? It was the mic that Michael Jackson recorded some of his songs on, right? And then they went and made like an updated version of it, which is what I bought. So, yeah, call me Michael Jackson out here, But, no, I'm just kidding. I beat it, Annie Ariote. But anyway, so I got, let's see. Yeah, so I got the Shure dynamic vocal mic. And the reason I might have bought 2 of them, which I'm kind of hoping I did, that way it wasn't so expensive. And I can send that back and get my money back. The The reason I accidentally bought two of them is because I added the microphone to my cart, and then I realized you could get a discount if you bought it with the arm that connects to your desk, which I need. I got the compressor mic that I have now is a Shure. What is it? I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure what I have here. It's a Shure mic. It's not anything super fancy. It's a nice one though that I bought. Oops. It's been dropped a few times, but you know what I mean? It came with me. I live in Ohio. Well, I live in Indiana, Ohio. I'm on the border. This mic and all of my audio setup came with me from California. I'm a Cali boy. I grew up in California, Northern California. But yeah, so this audio equipment that you're listening to now, please don't judge me if it sucks, because it has traveled far to get to where we are today. But yeah, so yeah, I figured, safe bet. Let's go with the mic that people are saying could be a safe bet. I'm actually just a little tangent right now. I'm actually kind of happy that I got my chat working. So let's see. I'm gonna pop this up. Boom. There we go. The last few test streams that I did that I ended up taking down because they sucked. I'm getting better. I'm practicing. Yeah, I couldn't figure my chat out, but I got that figured out. Looks great. I was surprised it worked the first time when I first typed this welcome to Knick-Knack Studios down here. But yeah, so the other equipment that I got for my audio is my interface. I got the Scarlett, what is it actually called? It's excuse me. Focusrite Scarlett 18i16, which I'm sure is, not the most powerful of interfaces, but it'll be better than what I have. Like I said, I got an audio box. It's the PreSonus audio box USB 96. It's like this little box. It's seen some days, man. It's got miles on it. So this one definitely will be an upgrade, and I looked up the reviews on it and stuff, and it was saying that it's a safe. What I was kind of going for is good audio, but a safe bet, because with the audio box I've run into problems. PreSonus, for some reason, I run into problems with PreSonus where my drivers will be corrupted or just some stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? You got to plug it. At one point in time, I had plugged it into my PC and update or connected it. So now I can only plug it into that USB. And I had forgotten. So for a minute there, I was trying to do this live streaming thing on my little laptop that I bought, which is kind of a piece of shit. So I was like, man, I really got it, but I couldn't figure out how to get my interface and my microphone to hook up to my PC because it has to be in that specific USB port. And my PC has like 7 fucking USB ports, so I couldn't find the right one. Eventually, I ended up plugging it in, and it worked. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid all that. So I'm trying to move away from PreSonus, and so I did a little research on interfaces that would wouldn't do that type of shit. But I wonder if I could pull up a picture of it. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a picture of some of this equipment I'm talking about here, because we can make this a little bit of a tech review live stream, I guess. Excuse me. Man, I don't know why, but I just went into a coughing fit. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm looking up this, oh, what the hell? Okay, enter. This says 18i 16. So I don't want to show. See, I don't want to show HTMLs because I know there's problems with that. But yeah, that's it right there. I'm not gonna keep it on screen too long, but yeah, that's the interface that I bought. So hopefully it's a nice interface. We'll and you know, there's room to improve later on. As long as it gets me started. Yeah, that's all I need, you know. And then as for the mic, the Shure 7, or what was it? SM7 DB. So, yeah. There we go. There's the mic I bought. Fancy, looks nice. Oh man, I mean it's got to be better than what I'm working with now. And then I got let's see, my arm, which will be a lot better because right now, like I have my microphone on a stand, like it's, you know, one of those stands that's like from the ground up, and then I have the other microphone sitting on my desk in front of me. So I've been kind of having to sit here and like to look at my screens. I got to like move around my microphone. So yeah, this is going to be so much better, so much better. And it'll look cool once I get like a webcam up, which I do plan on doing. That way you can see my ugly face. I'll bless you with my ugly mug, you know? And then also what I'm actually really excited about, and it's not like it's a it's not like it's a real crazy piece of technology. I bought the Mixcast for Podcast Mixer. You know, so that I can do the applause and change the pitch of my voice and stuff like that. All that fun stuff. I see Phil on if you follow Teflon TV or Phil the Issues guy, Phil's got a pretty dope audio setup. I mean, he's got the electric drum and everything. He's done some live streams where, you know, it was like an after show where he's singing. Fucking love Phil, man. Yeah, no, he'll do these live streams or these like after party shows where, you know, he'll got a little bit of a drink in him, maybe smoking a little bit, and he'll be over there just like freestyling, like making up songs, and it's great. It's amazing. But yeah, well, one of those, I remember I sat there and kind of was zooming in. I'm like, well, what's he got over here? What's Phil messing with, you know? Yeah, he's got an amazing setup. It's awesome. I couldn't see all of it, but I just know he's worked hard to have that audio setup for sure. And yeah, if go subscribe to Real Enigmas and Theories if you haven't already, or if you don't know who they are. If you like TV shows and stuff like that, Real Enigmas and Theories, Tony Teflon, and Phil the Issues guy. I think Phil is in the middle of doing The Sopranos right now. I've popped in a few times, but I've never watched The Sopranos, and I'd like to. It's kind of a little bit, I wouldn't say before my time. I remember my friend's mom watching The Sopranos, And I just never watched it, so I don't want to go on there and, you know, if I ever decide to go and sit down and watch it, I don't want to ruin it for myself. So, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, I got a better audio setup coming here soon, because I do want to take this live streaming and YouTube stuff seriously. Maybe I'll play a little portion of my From video. I have, excuse me, of course I'm fine all day, and then I hop on a live stream and I got to burp and cough and whatever, you know how it goes. But yeah, I it's all done. Like the full video's done. I do have to add in my like and subscribe at the end. I had like a little janky one on there, and I was like, man, nah, I gotta do it right for a video like this, you know. But and the other part is I'm doing an animation to save myself the possibility of the possibility of getting a copyright claim. I tried to be really careful with this video and just show all original paintings and drawings for my video. That way, eventually, maybe I can become a YouTube partner or join the YouTube partner program, which would be awesome. But yeah, I wanted to get on here and start this YouTube channel about a month ago. And as you can see, this is what I've been doing. Been over here just chopping this video together. But here, I guess I will play a little bit for you. Maybe show you the beginning of it, up to where I'm animating, and then I guess that would be a good segue into my book that I wanna release. So yeah, let's figure out. Here we go. Let me make sure I got my desktop audio on, and I'm gonna have to mute my mic, that way it doesn't loop my audio. So yeah. From, a series so delightfully steeped in mystery it leaves even the most casual of viewers pondering its intricacies. The first episode aired in February of 2022, and ever since, fans have meticulously picked apart every scene, every little detail, in an effort to unravel this masterfully written riddle of a show. Numerous theories have emerged from eagle-eyed communities of collaborating viewers in an attempt to crack its code, so to speak, and even now, after 3 full seasons, stepping into the 4th, it continues to provide a frustratingly limited amount of concrete information to lean on, leaving us all with an insatiable desire for answers. What the fuck is going on here? This critically acclaimed science fiction horror series, created by John Griffin, is set in a town with no name beyond what the fan base has coined Fromville, and centers around its reluctant residents, all of whom share one seemingly hopeless wish: a way out. If you haven't seen the show, it can be found on MGM Plus or Amazon Prime. Go watch it. It's really good. It's one of my favorite shows. And then return to this video, that way I don't spoil anything for you. Now, for those of you who have watched it, you already know the deal. The tree in the road, ominously surveilled by a lingering murder of crows. The strange and unsettling town full of unfortunate souls forced to adapt to its relentlessness. The road that keeps looping back around on itself. And probably the most frightening of all, the monsters that come out at night knocking at your window, urging you to let them in. Is it the work of otherworldly visitors? Or maybe a pantheon of gods? So yeah, that part. When I was editing this video, I wanted to throw in the clip with the monster jumping through the window like that. And I sat back and I was like, man, that alone could possibly be a copyright claim, right? It's not transformative. I'm using it for the same purpose, excuse me, that, is used in the show. So I want my video to stay up. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go and animate it. And I found some sound effects in a little audio package that I had downloaded, that I had bought. Excuse me. Man, I don't know what is up with me right now. Like, I was perfectly fine right before this, and then as soon as I start live streaming, boom, I gotta clear my throat. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to be careful and see if I can go back a little bit. I'll turn this down. There we go.
Gods have the monsters that come out at night knocking at your window, urging you to let them in.
So as you can see, I am animating this. And you know what's funny? Shout out to Tony Teflon, because in my From video, I wanted it to be unique. I wanted my theory to be my own, you know? That way I'm not copying anyone else and their hard work, you know? So I did kind of stray away from the parallel universes theory. But as I was animating this and drawing this out, and what I did is I took the clip and then I like screen recorded the clip and then I put it into my program. I broke it into PNG files and then picked the 4 frames that I wanted that would be good for this scene right here, right? And then I used those as references to draw out what I got here. But no, so back what I was saying, Tony, his theory on this is that this is almost like the show Fringe, right? That the inspiration for From was inspired by an episode that was on a show called Fringe. It has the same looping road and stuff like that. Actually, you know, if you watch From, if anyone watches this and you watch From, go watch that video, because he does a really good job with that video. It's a very clear explanation and it's very convincing. But you know, so I wanted to be different. I didn't want to copy Tony too much, because some of my theory is kind of based on what he believes the show is based on. But then, so I started animating this and I started drawing it out. And the monsters do have 2 rows of teeth. I mean, they kind of get a little messed up as they transform, but like as they're transforming, they have 2 rows of teeth, just like Tony said. I thought that was interesting. So you know, I think my theory is correct, but hey, you know, there is room to believe that there is some parallel universe stuff going on here, which doesn't hurt my theory. I'll let my video kind of speak for itself, but yeah. Yeah, figured I'd point that out. But yeah, so this is the last thing I gotta do. I gotta do this, and I gotta do my thumbnail, and then I'll put my From video out. So yeah, and I'll show you a little bit more. Well, there's my book, but yeah, here's a little more of what I've been doing. As you can see, I kind of just roughly drew this whole scene out, and let's see. As you can see, I put this was just like a brush that I had. You know, the house, I did the house. Let's see if I can show you how actually rough this, there it is. How rough this is. Put these layers together real quick. But I've been doing like a rough paint job on this, because it's gonna this clip is so fast, so it's like I don't have to sit there and do every little detail, but still want it to look good, and I'm kind of running out of time. Originally, I thought I'd be able to like just make one like hour-long From video, and then be done with it, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to cover From. I feel like I'm towards the end of it, so there's not really and there's so many great From live streamers out there that are covering that show, and it's just, you know, it's I don't want to cover From, but I do want to put a theory video out, and that way I got a little bit of cred, you know, to maybe pop on some people's channels like I did with Real, and them not be like, you know, who the fuck is this guy? But anyway, yeah. So it's rough, but I think it'll look cool when it's done. And I'm gonna keep this test stream short here, because I do gotta be at work in the morning, so I gotta go to bed soon. But yeah, I figured I'd show you one of my projects I'm working on. The original goal that I want, the main thing that I want my channel to center around, and it's a lot of work to do these, my books, right? So that's why I want to do some live streaming about Rick and Morty, talk about my favorite shows or whatever, just to kind of fill in the gaps. Because I know YouTube, you got to put content out a lot. And my books, even though I have most of this one and some other ones done, it takes a while. It does. And I don't want to rush it for YouTube because I want my books to be awesome. So, the whole goal with these is to, I think what I'll do is I'll finish the book. I put illustrations in them, and I'll show you those here in a minute. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to self-publish or publish through Knick-Knack Studios under the moniker or title, Knick-Knack Studios. And then what I want to do is I want to do audiobooks, but like YouTube videos, if that makes sense. I want to do like a cinematic audiobook with my paintings and tell my story chapter by chapter. So each video will be a chapter of my book or books, because I got quite a few. I'm one of those guys, like I can write real fast. And I'm not like trying to toot my horn. Just for some reason, I can come up with stories really quickly. The part that hangs me up is the paintings. Art takes a while, you know? So I've been trying to, the last few years of my life have been, how much is enough, right? Like I want it to be something great. I want it to be cool. I don't want it to seem half-assed or, you know, if that makes sense. Like I want it to be dope. But at the same time, at what point am I being a perfectionist? And at what point is enough to put out and people will love it? So I'm still trying to figure that out. Kind of like this live streaming stuff. But this story right here, this is my big project that I'm kind of pouring my heart into. When I was in high school, I was really into science. I love science, and I came up with some theories concerning quantum mechanics and evolution and stuff like that. So, and I have the ability to go to college, but I never did, just because of life circumstances. You know, there was a time where I did go to college. I did a year in college, but I had to quit basically because I couldn't get rides out there. Where I was living at the time, I would have to walk to like 2 miles to take the bus to school. And sometimes it would rain on me and I'd be sitting in class just drenched. And I'm like, man, I'm going to have to just set this aside. I'd love to go back and finish my schooling. But yeah, more to the point is, you know, I'm not going to be some big scientist with credentials and stuff, but I think I have some pretty cool theories. So I came up with this idea of like, all right, I'm going to write a story and I'm going to basically use my theories as the mechanics behind this story. And if they end up being anything, great, that's awesome. If they are just a load of crap or if they get disproven or whatever, you know what I mean? Then, hey, it's just the science of my story, right? So I'm kind of playing in the middle of the field there, you know? So, but it's a great story, I think. I'm excited to get it done and put it out into the world and see what people think of it. Here's my main characters. As you can see, like I have a hard time with art because I love sitting back and like throwing a show on my second screen here and just going crazy with my artwork. But when it comes to a book, it's like, all right, you know, stop putting so much detail into his jeans down here, you know, or his belt, and just get the fucking thing done. Because you got 150 other paintings you got to draw for this fucking story. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm working on myself, man. I'm working on myself. I'm figuring myself out. I'm figuring out what I can do, how much, what I can get done in a set amount of time. It's hard to manage that. It really is, It's easy for somebody to watch a movie or watch a YouTube video like my From videos. It's about a half an hour. That's kind of where I wanted to cap it at, but like you watch through a half an hour video or you watch through like a 2 hour movie and you don't realize, like, just as a casual viewer, as a casual consumer, how much work really goes into this shit, you know? But yeah, and then that's the game. That's how the world works, though. So yeah. Anyway, so this story, A Theory of Everything, is about my trio here. I got my trio: Zog, which is this green guy; Lark, which is this orange little dude. He's actually about waist high to Zog. I used my brother as the reference for this character. I took pictures of him, doing the poses that he's supposed to, and then I just kind of puffed his eyes up. Like this guy right here, Zog, that's me. That's a picture of me. And I just puffed my eyes up, took my nose away, and then added his alien features here. But yeah, so Zog is a scientist. He's the one trying to figure out the universe, right? And he's got kind of, I don't want to call him a Mary Sue, man. I don't want to call him my cowboy. I've tried real hard, because when I first started writing the story and then started learning more about writing and like, story mechanics and stuff like that, I was like, oh shit, dude, Zog's kind of a Mary Sue. Like he's too fucking powerful, right? So I've tried to bring him back down. He's got all this crazy tech because he's a scientist, and I modeled him after like a Doc Brown. You gotta have those when you're watching a story, you see a dude in a white lab coat, you know he's a scientist, right? So it's kind of a Doc Brown vibe, a little bit of Rick Sanchez, which Rick Sanchez was modeled after Doc Brown. So I'm gonna stick with that. He's got a little Doc Brown going on with his long white lab coat. But yeah, and then Lark over here is his counterpart, his best friend. And he's careless and childish, gives Zog a hard time about his theories all the time, So the story starts out with them hiding out on a alien planet, the capital of the galactic government, which is it's all set in the Milky Way. I know this is like the worst fucking elevator pitch ever, but whatever. That's kind of the nice thing about trying to like self-publish and do my own things. I don't really have to have an elevator pitch. I guess my best attempt at an elevator pitch would be like, all right, Lord of the Rings and Guardians of the Galaxy, sort of, right? Mixed together. But Lord of the Rings in space, let's say that. Not really. It's not really at all. I don't even know how to explain this story. It just popped into my mind, and I fucking rolled with it, So anyway. So yeah, Zog and Lark are hiding out in an underground water tunnel, which is Zog's lab where he does his inventions and does his science stuff. And, they are forced to leave that planet, which I won't spoil too much of my own story here. They have to leave that planet. They leave it up to Zog's I wouldn't say AI, but like computer program. Her name's Starla. To decide where they're going to go next. And they crash land in Wade. This is Wade. They crash land in his backyard. And after some negotiation, Wade agrees to let these guys stay in his home on Earth and hide out there. So from there, they go on adventures around the galaxy and stuff. It's one of those types of stories. But I have a bigger story to it. It's one of those stories where you think all these kind of random events are happening, and then they converge into a bigger plot, right? There is a big bad guy, that they eventually encounter, and eventually they have to try to defeat this bad guy. But yeah, I've been having a lot. This is my dream right here, is just to get this story done. It's a big story. I spent the last 8 years bored at work, just rolling this story over in my brain. So I have every little detail figured out. But yeah, it'll end up being a 9-part series. I know that's ambitious, and that's why I figured doing it as like a YouTube series where I don't have to stress myself to get the shit done. I can just throw out a chapter and throw out a chapter and throw out a chapter until the book's made. Yeah, I figured that was the way to go with it, because it's a great story. And I hope you guys like it. And I will be making it into like a full book with the illustrations and stuff, and but yeah. And this right here, I'm not done with this. I just started going through and actually like putting together, because I have the first 2 books of this written. I have the first book done completely. And then the second book, I have like first, second drafted in the middle of that. But yeah, so this bar here, I'm going to fade out. I have a version where it's faded out in here somewhere. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. Especially, I'm excited for some scientific minds to maybe consider a little bit of my theories that I have, because I think they're awesome. I think they have potential. How about that? So Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you're watching this, man, wait for my book to come out. I say that, and I don't have nobody, not a single person, gonna be watching my live streams probably for a while. But I'm having fun, and that's all that matters, So, anyway, yeah, I figured I'd show you one of my books. I got a bunch. That's what I want to do. I want to write stories. I'm a story writer, man. Even if nobody reads them, I'm gonna do it. I'm just addicted to it. But yeah, so I mean, I figured I'd come on here and apologize for, to, like I said earlier, to the fucking non-existent Knickknack Studios followers, and apologize that I haven't been on here covering Rick and Morty. I plan on, let's see, I guess safest bet, maybe tomorrow. I've watched the second episode. I haven't watched anything from there just because I want it to be fresh when I do my live streams. I've watched the second episode. I haven't went and grabbed my screenshots yet, but I will be doing that here soon. And hopefully tomorrow I will do the second episode, and then I'm just going to do it daily until I'm caught up, because I think we're on episode 4 now. And it seems like this season's been, like, they're trying. They're trying. Episode 1 was damn near a Marvel movie. I mean, it really was. Like, I'll hand it to them. Some people didn't like it. I've seen some comments that were like, oh yeah, episode 1 was trash, whatever. I loved it. I thought episode 1 was fucking fantastic. And I feel like that was the smartest move for them to make, you know what I mean, was to start the episode with a Rick and Morty, or with an evil Morty episode, right? I'm just having fun over here with my little chat box. That's so cool. I'm gonna have so much fun with this live streaming stuff. Even if nobody watches it, it's just fun. I'm just sitting here talking to myself, which I talk to myself every fucking day. So now I have an excuse to talk to myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think this stream's great. You know, my ADHD brain now has a space to come on here and fucking ramble away to you. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna do catch up on Rick and Morty. I've got plans for some shows and movies, whatever. Of course, I want to do Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I'll be covering Spider-Man Brand New Day. I might still go back because I have a template made, and I'll show you real quick. Show you my OBS stuff that I got going. I have a template made for Spider Noir. Originally, I was gonna do that. I was gonna like break it up into like 2 live streams and cover Spider Noir when it first dropped. Since I don't really have followers, I probably will. I'll probably still go back and do that. I'll watch it a little more in depth and then talk about it. Maybe I can rope some people in. Subscribe to Nick Nack Studios. So yeah, I mean now, like since I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, I know like Spider Noir's we're kind of past that time, but whatever. I'll still go back and cover it. But I do want to do Spider-Man Brand New Day. Of course, once we get closer to Avengers Doomsday, oh yeah, I'm gonna live stream the fuck out of that one, and not even to do anything with it or like get views and stuff. Just because I am super excited for that fucking movie, man. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm hoping that we can wrap up all of the failed attempts with the multiverse saga, which I loved. I really did. I'm one of those guys where it's like I have gripes, but I don't sit in my feelings over them. Like I followed like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker and all those guys. They're harsh, man. They are. They're harsh as fuck. But they're funny. And we need that. We need that like real harsh take on Hollywood and stuff. So I kind of want to be, I don't want to be like on the other side of that spectrum where I'm like super positive all the time because that can be annoying, right? But I don't want to be as critical as those guys, man. But yeah, I'm one of those guys. Like I enjoy it. Like, I mean, let's see. What are some of the fucking terrible Marvel shows they've come out with? And it's like, and don't think that I don't have the sight to be like, yeah, that was terrible. But I still enjoyed it, I don't know. Inhumans was terrible. It was so bad. Somehow I still like it, though. There's parts of it that I liked. What else? I thought Runaways was terrible. I have a hard time getting through Runaways. Yeah. Movie-wise, like, Brave New World wasn't the greatest movie ever. I thought it was cool that they brought the leader back. I feel like they could have designed his look a little bit better, but whatever. And that's kind of Rick and Morty too. I know like Rick and Morty has fallen off a bit. It really did. It like through season 7 and 8, I found myself not wanting to go and watch it as soon as it dropped, you know what I mean? So I guess I kind of didn't even acknowledge to myself. It was like a subconscious thing that, Rick and Morty's kind of fallen off, which hopefully they're going to bring back with season 9. But like, I don't pay attention to the hate. I'm a diehard Rick and Morty fan. I'm a diehard Marvel fan. It can be trash, and if they put it out, I'm gonna fucking watch it, right? And hopefully now I'm gonna live stream about it. So and I think that'll actually be kind of interesting. The amount of people once I do get some followers that'll come on here and just like I'm just gonna let them fucking rant. Sit back like yeah. I mean you're entitled to your opinion. Yeah, so I do want to cover what I think I'm going to do because I want to do books too. I think not enough people read anymore, which is fine. I mean, I get that. But I feel like there is still a community out there for reading books, so I don't want to just do TV shows and movies. I want to do all forms of entertainment. Maybe not as much games, video games, just because I don't really have a whole lot of time to play video games. I started Cyberpunk recently. Fucking awesome. That game was fun. So fun. I want to finish it. I work some long shifts, and now I'm doing this YouTube stuff, so I don't know if I'll have time to go into gaming and stuff. But books, movies, TV shows, anything that involves writing or writing a script or anything like that, storytelling, I'm gonna be there, man. So I do have a plan to go through Harry Potter, the first book. So I might start doing like a weekly chapter revisit of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, leading up to our Philosopher's Stone, leading up to the HBO show coming out. Because I'm gonna cover Harry Potter. That's my big story. Fucking love Harry Potter. I think the four big ones for me were Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and it was Spider-Man back in the day. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But now it's Marvel. But, I'm going to venture off and do these, like little niche shows, from... I think they got a season of Crystal Jason coming out here soon. Crystal Lake. That'll be interesting. I'm going to cover that. There's a show that I want to check out that I might cover called Dark Matter. If anyone watches this, if they've seen Dark Matter, if it's worth covering, let me know. I'm just keeping my options open, man. But, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Me over here fucking rambling my ass off, just testing my audio out, seeing if I can get my interactive chat up and stuff like that, which I'm going to click again because that's cool. Oh, so cool. But anyway. Yeah, I got to get out of here. I got to go to bed and get up early for work. So, see you guys.